this morning we're going to look at the first group of angle relationships. We have 3 groups that we're going to look at over the next few days and next week, but the first 2 are to do with right angles and straight angles. Okay, so as you can see on the board, we've got 3 right angles that we've drawn, and angles that add up to 90 degrees within a right angle are called complementary angles. Complementary angles. And so complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Okay? Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. So, if you look at this first diagram that we've drawn, if I call this angle, angle A, and I call this angle, angle B, who could give me a sentence about those 2 angles and their relationship? What can you work out, Zach?
They're both 45 degrees.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Would it be A plus B equals 90 degrees?
Well done, very good. A plus B equals 90 degrees. Now, of course, what you said is correct. If they both were 45, they would be complementary, but we don't know what they are because we haven't measured them, okay? So A plus B equals 90 degrees. So that means that angle A is complementary to angle B. Okay. That doesn't mean that angle A says to angle B, oh, you're cute. You're a cute angle.
That's very funny.
That's terrible.
This was my fun. That's very funny.
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't mean it like that. It doesn't mean that angle A is saying nice things to angle B. It means that they complement each other to form 90 degrees. You could also say that angle B is complementary to angle A. Now, there's one other way that you might see it written, and it always seems to confuse students. You can say that angle A is the complement of angle B. So the 2 words that you need to know are complementary and complement. Okay? So angle A is complementary to angle B, and angle A is the complement of angle B. Okay. So, can anyone give me another mathematical sentence using angle A, angle B, and 90? Maybe rearrange the equation slightly. Tyler?
90 degrees equals A plus B.
That would work as well. 90 degrees equals A plus B because you could just swap it round. I'm looking for a different sign, maybe.
90 minus A equals B.
Brilliant. 90 degrees minus angle A equals angle B. So if that's true, what is also true?
That angle B, or 90 degrees minus angle B is A.
Well done. 90 degrees minus angle B will equal angle A. And the reason that's important is that it helps you to find a missing angle when you're given one. Okay? So let's have a look at the next right angle. And I want you to draw me another ray to form 2 separate angles within the right angle. So let's assume we're going to call this one angle X, and this one is 70 degrees. Now, what can you tell me about angle X and 70 degrees? I don't want you to tell me what angle X is yet. I just want you to tell me about these 2 angles. Marlo? Mackenzie? Yep, so what does it mean that they add up to? Give me a sentence, a math sentence. Molly?
Angle X plus angle
70 degrees.
Yeah, equals 90 degrees.
Perfect, that's right. So X plus 70 degrees equals 90 degrees, because we know that they must add up to 90 degrees because they're complementary. Another way that we could use those letters and numbers. Tell me something else that's true about this. Well, look here, we had A plus B is 90. 90 take B is A. That might give you a bit of a clue what you might need to do.
90 takes x is 70 degrees.
Well done. 90 degrees take X is 70 degrees. Because if you look at it, there's your 90 degrees, and if you take the X away, you're left with 70, aren't you? So if 90 take X is 70, what is also true?
90 take x. Sorry. Yeah, 90 take x is.
We've got that one
also
already.
Be, 90 take 70 is.
Well done. 90 take 70 equals X. And then, of course, you can work out what X actually is, can't you? Because 90 take 70 is
20.
20. So X equals 20 degrees. So if you are given an angle like this, within a right angle, and you've got to find a missing one, you start by saying 90 take whatever you've been given equals the missing angle. Okay, everyone with me so far? Super. Okay, right, let's go to the third one. Now this one's a little bit more complicated because we're starting to add in a little bit more algebra, okay? So we're going to have 60 degrees is here, and this is 2x. Two lots of x. So, look at what we did in these ones, and who might be able to give me an equation about those complementary angles? Molly, start with the addition.
So it would be 60.
Here we had x plus 70 is 90. What will it be here?
Times x times
2x, yeah?
2x plus 60 equals.
Well done. 2x plus 60 equals 90. It has to, doesn't it? Because it's within a right angle. So we know that that angle here, however big it is, plus the 60 has to add up to 90. Okay. Now then, how am I going to work out what 2x is? What am I going to do? Caitlin?
90 takes 60.
Well done, I'm going to take 60 away from both sides. So I'm going to have 2x is going to equal
60.
30 degrees. That's right, 30 degrees. So now I know what 2x is. How am I going to find out what x is on its own? Cassidy, have a go. Halve it, divide it by 2. That's right, because there's 2 lots of x. If 2 lots of x is 30, 1 lot of x has got to be half of 30, hasn't it? So x is going to equal 15 degrees. That's right. Okay? So the angle here is worth 30 degrees. Okay, right. So, these ones are quite straightforward. Obviously the algebra is a little bit trickier, but there are questions in math space that have those letters in, so we need to look at Okay, what I want you to do now is draw me 3 straight angles, please. So, straight angle 1, your arrow, straight angle 2, your arrow, straight angle 3 with your arrows. Okay. And then on the first one, I'd like you to draw me a ray like that. So we've got angle M here, angle N there. Right, now, look back at what we wrote about the complementary angles. Okay. Does anyone know what two angles or more are called when they add up to 180? Chase?
Supplementary.
Supplementary, that's right. So, supplementary angles add up to 180. Now, these supplementary angles are special because they're next to each other, okay? The three angles in a triangle add up to 180, but they're not next to each other, are they? They don't share a vertex. These ones share a vertex here, don't they? So they have got a special name. They are called adjacent supplementary angles.
Didn't we do this in
We did about adjacent signs when we were doing positive and negative. Good boy, that's right, because adjacent means next to each other. Okay, so they are adjacent supplementary. So, who can tell me what you know about angle M and N? Look back at the first one for the complementary and use that as a bit of a model.
M plus N equals 180.
Perfect. Angle M plus angle N equals 180 degrees. Very good. Okay, who can tell me something else that you can work out? Marshall?
M is bigger than N.
Well, it is in this one. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
M when it was 180 minus N equals N.
Well done. 180 minus M equals N. And obviously the inverse of that's true. Molly?
180 minus N equals N.
That's right. 180 minus N has got to equal M. Bless you. So, angle M and angle N are adjacent supplementary. Now go back to what we said about complementary and complement. And who can tell me, angle M is the what of angle N, do you think?
Angle M is the complement.
No, complement when they're 90 degrees.
Angle M is the supplement.
Perfect, well done. Angle M is the supplement of angle N. Well done. So you've got complementary, complement, supplementary, supplement. Okay? Right, let's have a look on here. Let's have the ray going that way this time. And we'll have 59 degrees and we'll have angle Y. So, who can tell me something about that angle? Go on then, Tyler.
It's, I don't know.
Who can give me an equation?
180 degrees equals 59 degrees plus Y.
So 59 plus Y equals 180 degrees. Well done. Okay, Cameron.
59 degrees take 180 degrees equals... No.
All the way around. 180.
180 take 59.
Brilliant. 180 degrees take 59 degrees is going to equal Y. And then another one.
59 degrees is the supplement of Y.
Oh, very good. 59 degrees is the supplement of Y. And then one more equation. Zach?
180 degrees minus y equals...
Well done. 180 degrees minus Y is 59 degrees. So, if we know that these are supplementary, which is exactly what Molly said, which of those equations would you need to use to work out the value of Y? 1, 2 or 3? 1, 2 or 3? Ladies? 2, that's right. So what is the value of y? What's 180 take away 59? 121, that's right. So y equals 121 degrees. So here, 121 degrees. Super, right. Okay. Now this last one, we're going to do a little bit more algebra. Okay.
Wow, wow.
It's a spider.
What is that mess?
What? No.
Okay,
side.
so
They're all the same.
x, 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 x. Now, how many x's are there?
A lot.
5, that's right, 5. So, this then is probably one of the hardest things that we've done, because we've not really done any algebra yet. But who can give me an equation about that angle? Right, let's see, Molly.
Well, I was going to say x times 5 equals 180 degrees, but the two x's on the side aren't the same.
No, don't worry about how big they are.
Oh, okay.
If they're labelled the same letter, you assume they're the same size.
Oh,
Okay, it's
yeah.
just my bad drawing.
Oh, okay, so then it'd be x times 5.
Okay, now last time you said x times 2, but look how we wrote it. Look in your book how we wrote it. Okay? So, you are absolutely right. It's x times 5, but how do we write it?
X to the power of 5?
No, that's x times x times x times x times x 5 times. Ashi?
X5 or 5?
No. Taste. 5x, that's right. So it's 5x. And what is 5x going to equal? 180, that's right, 180 degrees. Because we know that that one and that one and that one and that one and that one, bless you, are supplementary, so they have to add up to 180. Now then, if we know that 5x is 180, how am I going to work out what one lot of x is? Shantae?
180 divided by 5.
Well done. So x is going to equal, so I need my degrees, 180 divided by 5. Now you can use a calculator for this. Marshall, have you done it?
36.
Well done. So x equals 36 degrees.
Yep.